of 16. Maru, Solar, Cure, Dream, GSL Season 1, Code S. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. LG Ultra Gear and Hot 6, 2021, GSL Season 1.
What's up, everybody? We're back, and it's time for the rematch, Cure versus Dream. They played once, and it was probably the worst TVT we ever casted.
Yeah, if you want to call it a cast. It was more like, it was the TVT we were most shocked at.
Yeah, we saw Cure do the same proxy build twice and lose to the proxy build that Dream did.
Twice.
Now, I don't think that's going to happen again, but let's keep the option open.
That's actually what I want, is just
yeah,
exactly the same games again.
I want Cure to lose 2 more times in the identical fashion.
Yeah. I just want to make sure both games look the same, so I only have to commentate one game twice.
There you go.
That's what I want.
So we're going to start this off on Oxide, and then Pillars of Gold, and then Nautilus if we do go to a map number 3. Again, you know, Dream, he was holding his own against Maru, but in the end, Maru managed to crush him. I think these two are much more evenly matched. Our game has now loaded up. Let's do this, guys. The final best of 3 of the night is on.
GSL Season 1.
We stood at the edge of the world, seized the stakes.
What?
Okay. Okay.
What?
Withholding judgment for now.
Judge away.
But Cure, like, doesn't have an SCV out on the map. So
Okay, kinda crazy. Is he gonna go CC first though? No. Okay.
In TVT, that'd be so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, is there
like one Reaper just kills you?
Okay. So this is going to be. I'm sorry. Where did the second SCV go on the map? Oh,
Same place.
It's actually, I thought it didn't get there. I was like, did he make it somewhere else?
So double gas. So at least we know he's going to make a couple Reapers, which is a good way to start countering this.
Yeah,
He'll
we
be
want to
going into
watch.
factory as well.
We want to watch where the Reapers go. Is he going to scout this?
No.
Yeah, he's going in the other direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to watch Cure's Reaper here. We want to see, like, okay, where, you know, is he going to keep this in his main? Is he going to come out? Because, you know, when you have the momentum of double Reapers coming out back to back, if you lose 1 or 2 Reapers, things can start to snowball.
Oh, if you lose your first Reaper, you're probably just straight dead as Cure here.
Now, the games that Cure just automatically lost, he had one, what do you have, 1 barracks proxied?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he proxied factory as well. Here he's going factory main, and he just got there. So he knows that there's a proxy on the map, and he probably knows that it's double proxy Reaper. So now he can sit back defensively with his Reaper, which is super important.
Yeah.
And he goes Marine second. Some people do that. I always liked the double Reaper, but I think it's like a stylistic choice.
Yeah, we saw Maru lean a little bit into getting Marines as quickly as possible if you realize that they're proxy Reapering you. Now he's ready for one angle that the army could come in, but it's actually going to be over here on the right, adjacent to the refinery, out from the natural.
Let's see what he gets done.
Now,
the grenade hits a couple SCVs, but not the main unit, so that's important.
Yeah, keep in mind, until there's a medevac out, you know, these Marines can't heal, so any damage they receive is permanent, whereas the Reapers can actually just heal up over time like we're seeing right now.
There is a Hellion on the way, so that's going to help a lot. He is going to lose the first Marine. The second one's taken some hull damage.
He pulls away. Another Reaper does come up.
Yeah, that target on the SCV was actually kind of important as well. It stops a lot of the high ground vision.
Okay, he's just got the Hellion and the Reaper now. He does back up. Remember, the Reapers are coming out in pairs now. Another Marine is committed here. We already saw the Marines get shot down.
I think Cure is pretty much held now.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah, like they don't have the high ground vision anymore, the Reapers of Dream. And the worker count is actually the same. So yeah, I think it's pretty done. Like he can still pressure a little bit and stuff, but there's no more mortal danger. Look at at this. Three-way
Yeah.
SCV fight.
So he's got a bit of a contain here. The Hellions are going to commit. He's got to be careful. You
Those
know,
grenades.
these fights happen extremely fast. Yeah, well-placed grenades can be a huge problem. Exploding that one Hellion that was over there. He's trying to get this depot if
Ooh.
he can.
Oh, some real miss micro from Cure there a couple times, but I guess he just wants to get down there immediately. There's a lot of damage on some of these Reapers. Look at that.
Yeah, pretty good control here, I got to say. It is finally going to be ended here.
All right.
It's going to land the barracks over here where the CC would want to be planted. Keep in mind that the command center is already coming along right now at the expo here for Dream.
Well, that CC is going to be finishing up in the main base about the same time.
Yeah, there is a Cyclone over here to fight off the Hellion. Kind of a poor attack there by Cure. You're probably trying to figure out what's going on that side of the map, really.
And he's going to be able to remove this barracks very, very quickly, but the barracks gets a full scout on what's going on. All right, so after all of that, I feel like Dream is maybe just slightly ahead here. Similar as far as workers go, but he's landed his command, obviously built his command center on location, so he's mining there a bit quicker, he's getting SCV production a bit quicker, but also he already has a tank.
He's a little bit ahead. He's got a tank.
Yeah,
the
I
third
think so.
CC started. Let's see if it's going to be a third CC here for Cure.
Yeah, third CC actually starts for Dream.
Okay.
So going to go a little bit more eco-heavy.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that, you know, what kind of build is going to come here from Cure. Because he can either try to start to mass up with barracks and start to push out, or he can get a third CC of his own. But, yeah, Dream confident he's ahead, wants to keep mounting that lead.
Yeah, and we should see Cure move out relatively soon. Try to get something done. With these little siege pushes that we see that Maru is so good at.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see, like, for instance, does Dream send his Raven across the map? That's definitely been very trendy.
Yeah.
To just, like, block with most of your units and then use your Raven for that auto turret damage.
So there's the stem being upgraded now. I like the double Raven. Let's remember, we saw with Dream before kind of this funny situation with how he used the Ravens. He liked to disable the tanks, where we saw Maru had a lot more success with auto turret. So I'm curious if there's going to be this micro adjustment with that.
Auto turrets just deal so much damage so quickly.
In TDT, I feel like it's almost always worth it to get the auto turret.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think you're mostly right. Like, maybe not late game. They don't scale that well, but like early game, the auto turret is like better than units.
So we're going to have that attack come out here now.
Yeah, it's actually Dream pushing out. I thought we'd see Cure actually push a little bit quicker.
It's kind of funny.
It's all right, though.
But he is a little bit ahead. So also keep in mind, there's a chance Cure pushes out at the same time, and they end up just engaging each other in the middle of the map, which would be wild.
So what Cure is doing is he actually sent his medevac around. So he's keeping the bulk of his army at home.
Okay, we've got a scan over here. He sees where the army's at. Here comes that drop now inside the main. And there's really not very much to defend. Even the Ravens that could auto-turret to help this are actually up in the northern part of the map.
Well, he does have a couple Vikings come out. That's definitely going to be helpful. Wow, the disables go down and then throws 3 of his own down on these tanks.
Yeah,
so
now
trade for a trade.
Yeah, but his disables are going to wear off first, so I think he's just going to get the first few shots. Does this still favor Cure, though?
Yeah, I think it does.
He just has more over here.
Yeah.
Wow, just completely owns him.
Yeah, and he's still got, well, I guess the drop just now finally gets cleaned up, but definitely did a little bit more damage there. Cleared the army a bit better and got a good amount of SCVs.
Okay. Another attack coming out here.
Oh, you know what, though? If you actually look at their standing armies, it's like both sides have 3 tanks, but 3 Vikings, but also the 2 Ravens are still left alive, which is super, super
Yeah, that's
awesome.
pretty rare considering, you know, normally those are the things that are taken out.
So I guess at the end of all that, Dream actually does have an advantage. A little bit behind on those E-bays, but I think that's fine. He's going to be able to have air domination a lot better considering he kept those Ravens live. And that is such an important aspect in TVT. Having that air control so your siege tanks can really run around a lot.
Okay, so he's going to try to come up here and maybe hit this third. You know, Cure is moving around a lot here, so it's not clear if he's going to actually siege up and defend here, if he wants to try to push out on his own. The attack may sync up with the upgrades finishing here. Okay, another scan there. Dream is just on the edge right now, trying to attack in.
Yeah, I think he's got to take it a little bit slow here because there is a pretty scary Viking count across. Oh!
Whoa, Siege is into range of the tanks. And this means that I think Cure's just going to win like every part of this fight. Oh, I guess not. There's more Vikings over here.
Yeah, he brings up more Vikings. That was actually an interesting disable that he put on the tank. I was thinking he might disable a Viking to really wreck that air battle, but...
Yeah. This is funny because these guys are very confident that actually the disable is the way to do it, even though we saw Morrow do otherwise. But, you know, it seems like he's starting to close in over here on this third base. I mean, Cure has to keep the third alive. Can't last that long.
I don't know if he can really push that very much more.
It's not an easy angle, is it?
Yeah, and slightly higher Viking count now for Cure, which is very, very important. It's going to allow him to continually have that big vision.
Another tank is going to siege up here. The Vikings, yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's worth reminding people, you know, tanks, they shoot farther than they see, so you have a spotter over there, whether it's a scan or a Viking in the air, and you tend to win the tank versus tank fights. Ouch, overextending.
Dream has to pull back, man.
Yeah, he just has not handled this very well at all.
Okay, so after all that, it's like still kind of even. They're both getting their armories at the same time, so their upgrades are going to sync up pretty well.
Okay, 6 o'clock is being taken now by Dream.
Did Cure actually make his 4th CC yet? I don't think so.
I don't believe he has Artosis. I think that's correct. I think Dream is just sort of, it's kind of been a theme throughout this game here so far, is Cure is, I'm sorry, Dream is just a step or two ahead.
Yeah, just a little tiny bit.
Yeah, not like a massive lead, but,
yeah.
You know, I think we'll see the Cure's command center come in a moment here.
It's certainly still anyone's game. Yeah,
oh, there it is now. Yep. They're both expanding towards the right here.
Yeah, this is actually turning into a pretty decent game. And he's still got those 2 Ravens somehow. I don't know how he keeps these things alive. So some scans on both sides as they jockey for position here. A lot of Vikings being created on both sides. Air domination does go to Dream still. You can see how careful they're being, though, with those scans. Like, if you're not sure if you have that air advantage, you kind of got to scan, because if you go in without the advantage, you'll never get the advantage back, because they'll get the volley off, and that'll be it.
We'll overcommit there. Yeah. Looks like he's going to push in again. No, I wasn't really talking about this fight, but this one over here, getting in range there. You can see immediately Cure backs up, sieges up his own tanks. Now, the thing is, can Dream actually get in here? He's got a lot of Ravens. He could try to disable.
I don't think so.
He's going to tear down the rocks instead.
Like, I think it's fine to keep this pressure on, but, like, I don't think you can push into a tank line that thick.
Yeah. Well, he's starting to encircle Cure here. Cure is getting surrounded. Cure is quietly expanding to the right, but that's not an easy, a difficult point for Dream to attack. I mean, he can get over there quite easily.
Quite true. He does disable one of the tanks and picks that off.
A scan over here. Oh, hold on. Big attack over here from Dream. There's actually more Marines here for Cure. Dream, by the way, is now maxed out. 2-2 is about to finish here for Cure as well, but it looks like Dream's catching up on that here too.
This brings his Vikings over to try to pick off some of these medevacs.
And in between the upgrades there. Yeah. That's so funny.
Ouch.
Well,
he does hold that for now, but more Marines coming up from Dream.
Yeah, it's the thing is, we don't have any SCVs mining from the center right. Dream has had a 4th base for a while now. I think these Vikings can actually just kill all of these medevacs.
That's painful. It's like 20 supply taken out.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to come in here again. He's got the spotters. I feel like Dream is about to win this game. He just seems to be So close to finishing this off.
Well, killing off those medevacs is definitely very clutch.
Right.
And the siege line is insane right now. How do you break that?
Yeah, well, it's going to be so hard. And, you know, it looks like there's going to be a fight here in the bottom right. I don't know if we're going to get on camera here, but here we go. But, again, that center right expansion is going to be checked anytime now.
You're right. That is going to be something that's very easy for him to attack. He just doesn't realize that it's there.
And he's got Liberators here, so we can actually pry open that entrance, too. Kind of surprised Dream hasn't checked here.
He's got to eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, you got to look at this and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what's the story here?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to see this. He's going to come up here.
Ooh, that's bad for Cure. Cure's going to take a lot of damage. I guess he can probably save it.
He's going to try to shoot down these tanks. Very good targeting here. It looks like the Marines are eventually going to come in here and try to get a piece of this. They do.
Yeah. Doesn't actually get any damage. Very quick turnaround time.
He's now going to be able to, with the Liberators and the tanks, basically isolate the third and fourth base from the main and the natural.
Trying to siege up after pulling Cure's army around a little bit, but honestly, he didn't really gain anything there. Right? Like, he didn't gain any more forward position or anything. Like, I guess he's got a slightly better tank lead now. That's about it.
It's kind of crazy. You know, Cure is barely hanging on in this game. The map control here from Dream is insane, and he can freely expand here to 9 o'clock, no problems at all. I mean, I think this game probably would have already been over had Dream just preempted the base that's at the center right at 3 o'clock. But, I mean, that's there. He's going to mine it out. There's a planetary. He's got some tanks to cover it. So it's like the real story, though, is just the position that Dream has overall is so much better. There's so much more opportunity to grow here for Dream.
And he is taking a 5th base as well.
Yep.
So that's something that we haven't seen Cure be able to do. We're getting into those 3-3 upgrades, very importantly. Still the air advantage. You know, Cure has been making a few more medevacs as well, so it doesn't seem like he's really focusing on re-winning the air advantage. Maybe he's just trying to slip out the side again and do some harassment damage while holding on against the big contain.
So he's going to push down here with his small army. I don't know what's actually down at the bottom. I know that there's sensor towers everywhere, but the 4th base at the bottom for Dream is a planetary, right?
Oh, at the bottom right-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually think Cure could squeeze into this 12 o'clock spot here, too. This is kind of funny. The surround is just enough
Oh, look at that.
that he actually can slip in there. I really don't think Dream should have let this happen.
Well, he's not letting it happen.
Yeah.
Liberator gets into position. Got to bring some tanks up, too, though. Those Marines.
Yeah, just starting to chip away here.
Picks off the Liberator. That is pretty important. Going after the 5th base now. He is making a planetary, so it seems like the actual CC won't die.
Yeah.
Got a nice stim here.
Big attacks over here on the map. I mean, there's just not that much here to defend. He's going to kill off what looks like 20 SCVs at least.
Yeah, pretty worthwhile.
Yeah, before it's cleaned up. Destroys these rocks over here as well. An even bigger army is now going to be stimmed. And let's see where he goes with this.
Yeah, picks off a siege tank. Gonna run up into the natural. There's like nothing here. Some Marines on that high ground.
Yeah, just doing tons of damage to all these workers here. I mean,
Jeez.
Dream's had this. Oh my God, he's just going to get the CC. I know there's no minerals really left over here, but that's pretty big.
That is big. 36 workers killed off so far. Just adding some damage to that infrastructure. That's less mules, less scans. Very annoying. But looks like he's finally going to try to break out of here. The Viking count is enormous. The Liberator doing a good job until Marines do pick it off.
Yep, he's going to keep trying to fight back. Cure trying to break free.
Seems like he just won't.
Yeah, Dream reasserts himself in this position. But again, Cure has even number of bases. I mean, this position is pretty daunting. It's going to be hard to get out of. But until, you know, Cure starts to run out of money, he's not exactly... I mean, he can still mine. The game is going to go on. It's funny because Dream's had such a good position, but hasn't really been able to leverage it to actually deny a base yet.
Ooh, look at this stim and spread right there from Cure. Oh, he barely really doesn't get the Liberator
So
right
frustrating. And you can see now the Liberators are going to inch forward here. He's going to land a mule to try to repair that. Just needs to take out a few more of these tanks.
there. It's trying so hard to clear these Liberators because they are pushing the tanks back.
And without the tanks here, and I think the last Liberator is going to drive the tank out of position, he could start to inch in with his own tank and hit that planetary. And now we're starting to see Dream actually win this game. Dream.
Oh my god. That's a great ID, Drim. Oh, the Liberator's really pushing it to Cure right now. Continuing to push forward with those Liberators. Yeah, Cure gonna end up losing this CC.
Okay, big moment here. Dream tightening the noose. Keep in mind that center right base has been mined for a while. These things are eventually going to dry up. It's paramount that Cure manages to free himself up on the map and start to expand somewhere.
Dude, I don't think he can really do anything.
GG.
Yeah. It felt a little bit over there when he started losing to the Liberators. Good job by Dream there overall. Like, it seemed like he was slightly ahead, got better positions on the map through that. Cure did have some moments where he broke out and did some pretty massive damage, but he couldn't break out of the main contain itself, which was the issue. So now Cure on the brink of elimination.
Yeah. I mean, Dream just, it's funny because Dream couldn't quite close it for a long time, but he just had such a strong position. I mean, one of the toughest contains I've ever seen someone try to break out of. We're going to go to Pillars of Gold now for map 2. Cure needs to win this game and the next, because if Dream gets another win, it's over. Dream moves on to the round of 8, and Cure is out of the GSL.
Right.
Our game is loading up, guys. Let's see what happens. Again, Pillars of Gold is our map in this TVT.
2021 GSL Season 1.
We stood at the edge of the world. Seize the stakes. We're living a life undead by
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Cure. Good Game Gaming. Dream.
I wish that Dream had a different ID. His name was Gamer God.
Gamer
Good Game Gaming, Gamer God.
Good Game Gamer. Esports Game Gamer Game.
Oh, look at that. That's meta. That's a mind game right there.
Yeah, that's
He's
smart.
been putting every game against Cure so far. He's had racks out on the map. Here, he's just hiding in his own main.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you get there as Cure, you're like, oh,
you're like,
God,
not
again.
And then nothing's coming.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah, Cure's had a bumpy day here.
Yeah.
It does seem like he just wasn't able to get control of the map in that last game.
We'll see what he does here. Looks like both getting gases, so we're going to see the factories come up.
Yeah. How you doing, Artosis?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Good to have GSL back.
Yeah.
Doing some StarCraft too. I always don't enjoy our downtimes where it's like, huh, I just don't know what's, you know. GSL's become such a part of our lives. We've been doing this for over a decade now. It's always weird when there's a downtime.
That feels weird to say.
Yeah.
How long
over a
we've actually
decade,
been
man.
doing it. It doesn't really feel that way. But then I think back to like the beginning of like when we started GSL. I'm like, oh yeah, I was like a little kid.
Yeah, man. We
I
were
was
young.
like-
You were probably 25 or something?
I think I was
26?
27 when we started GSL, maybe.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now you're like 105. It's nuts.
106.
Dream's going to get the expansion up, by the way.
Yeah, CC on both sides.
Yep.
Quick tech lab here. So a little bit different.
Yeah, what do you think of the quick tech lab here?
It's for
Want to go for
Starport.
Banshees? Yeah.
Yeah. Does look that way. Cool. Or, well, not Banshees probably. Probably grab a Raven right away, right?
Oh, yeah, that's fine, too.
As quick as you can. Get that extra mana on it.
It's interesting how the Ravens become sort of this like early game unit. You need to basically get to bank up for the energy, and it kind of eliminates a lot of other threats. I mean, the only reason why it's probably not going to be a Banshee is because they could have a Raven.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, you know what I think is funny about it, right? And they mess with the mana of all the spells a little bit, like disables especially, but I think you have to get Ravens, because if you don't get Ravens and your opponent gets Ravens, then they disable your tanks and kill you. And they, like, if they disable your tanks, you either have to disable theirs or throw down auto turrets. It's like the only real way to defend it.
Yeah. Both those abilities are so good.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. I feel like the armor shred is like really good, but I feel like it doesn't. We don't see it actually that impactful. Like it gets launched on stuff and stuff runs. You know, it's like that's about it. It's like run from me. That should be the name of the spell.
Okay, so we've got the first pickup. Now we saw this drop used before. Maro dropped this at the natural.
Oh, he did go
Oh, it's blow. Yeah, look at that.
All right, here comes Dream.
Yeah. Akure's ready inside of his main here. Ooh, if he gets too much closer, he's going to end up eating a shot. Does he want to just
he can drop right on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
oh, weird. What? Okay.
Or you can just take a bunch of damage on everything
Yeah,
and run
it's
away.
not often you see someone drop in range of the siege tank after they see it.
I thought he might just drop right there.
Yeah.
Utilize the fact the siege tank can't attack. Look at that. Targets down the mule right away. Ooh. There's not much anti-air here.
Yeah.
He's going to have to wait for that Cyclone to pop out, basically. He is going to have a Raven come out, but that doesn't... It's like, yeah, now you can see it. Okay, that's cool.
This is not doing as much damage as it's supposed to. All right, these shots are getting so staggered. So he is going to come through. He's done a decent amount of damage now.
Now he's doing really well with it overall.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Cure waiting patiently back at home for that possible medevac to come in there. Not bad. 6 SCV kills. Here we go. Here's that drop. Oh, he just left the position, too.
Yeah, I thought he was done, but he wasn't. Now he is, though.
So we've had a little bit of back and forth here with these two.
You know, when you disable a medevac, it can't heal, it can't pick things up, it can't drop things out.
Right, yeah.
It's like it disables all the abilities, so why doesn't the medevac crash?
It should just plummet to the
plummet
earth.
to the earth. It should just be a one-shot kill on everything. It's like, yeah.
By the
For
way,
that matter, EMP removes shields and mana. You know what EMPs actually do? It like fries electrical circuits, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You EMP a tank, it should be dead.
yeah,
Should
they
just
should
sit
just
there.
EMP
Doesn't need to
the entire
explode.
Protoss as all the immortals stop working.
Yeah, they're just
You know?
done. You just erase
They're
the
just
brain
toasted.
of the dead like zealot that's in there.
But they don't. Yeah, you just erased him. You just turned him off. He's like,
He's
no,
no longer getting oxygen in his
This
little...
is the worst Black Mirror episode ever. Okay.
Ooh.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's not a one-shot on a Raven. He's going to back up, though.
Yeah, you don't want to be losing that.
Okay, here's the auto turret.
Nice. Couple kills. Oh, 3 kills.
Yeah, very handy. Auto turret doesn't last that long, though. Kills that one Marine, gets away.
Bring the Ravens back and repairing them. Like to see it. Ooh, good catch.
Yeah, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide here for that. So that Raven's gone now. I mean, let's keep in mind, like Artosis was saying, I mean, the disables and the auto turrets, especially in tank versus tank, is the big thing you want to watch for.
Oh, look at this push from Dream. He's actually bringing some SCVs as well.
Well, this might be because of what we saw with the Raven. Maybe he sees that and he goes, wait a minute. I'll just
He
kill
did
you now.
kill one.
Kills off that Hellion.
Kira coming back to get into a defensive spot here.
Another scan comes down. He sees this. Okay, he's going to back up for a little bit. Now, the third base is about to be taken here for Cure. We don't see it being seized just yet here for Dream. Oh, it is actually. I'm sorry. He's also taking his third. Just outside of his main, basically.
Yeah, they're still relatively mirrored here. Their eBay is just going to be finishing up. Kira gets that
But
started.
you know, it resembles a lot of what we saw in the last game, where it's like Dream is now starting to get the contain set up. He's starting to restrict movement here.
Yeah, is there a good position for him to move into, though? I feel like those siege tanks are actually pretty well placed.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to get too much closer to the smokes there.
Like, maybe if the rest of the army gets out of position, he can use some Raven magic here and get something done.
Okay, he's going to come down. He may try to go for the disable, the stim. I think they're not quite in range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scans on both sides, just checking out what's going on.
Okay, little attack over here on the third. Does he have more Vikings now? Oh, I don't think he does, actually. I think they're still dead even.
Yeah, 8 to 8. But there's 2 Ravens against 1.
Here we go, here we go. He's going to
Wow.
push the issue. He's disabling those tanks in the front.
Ooh, anti-armor missile onto the Ravens, or the Vikings rather, so he's
Yeah.
going to be able to really deal damage there. Also getting some of the tanks that did get disabled.
Ooh,
Great usage.
gets another free Viking with that shot. Yeah, the armor shredder was
Yeah.
beautiful there on that.
Definitely. Even the disables as well. That was just a good engagement for Dream, and it can show you the power of having that additional Raven.
And he just has the right number of Vikings. He can one-shot the Vikings on the other side. 2 more Vikings coming here to meet up.
Yeah, he's going to have that advantage for a very long time. You
Yeah.
might even want to go to Medivacs here as Cure.
Yeah, you might be right. It looks like he's going to drop the natural. Maybe the main. I think the natural, though. All right, here we go.
And, all right, getting a little bit of damage there while he has the contain up. Can't expect too much.
Yeah, is he just going to land?
He might. He's flying right over him like he's going to.
He's going to drop Marines here.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Marine bombs.
Yeah, gets a couple extra tanks there as well, but unfortunately leaves his Vikings way out and going to lose 4 of them. Also,
Yeah.
tons of damage on some other ones.
Pretty big, but has the damage already been done? That's the question. I think the Dream might be able to just crack his way in here.
I don't know. I think it's, like,
Yeah.
became a lot closer with that.
I'm not sure, man. I think he's Oh, great catch by Cure.
Yeah. Cure's getting some damage. There are a lot of tanks coming over. Let's see if Cure can hold on against this.
He's going to siege up again. I think that one's in range of the tank. Might be
He's going
wrong.
to lose his 3rd CC.
Okay, that's bad,
That's
but
wild.
I think we may have the same story unraveling over here for Cure as well. Yeah, getting that CC is pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, and Dream has to do that now as well. Like, he is re-sieging up. He is starting to hit the command center. But it is going to take a while to kill that. SCV's coming out. A huge flank from Cure.
This was looking pretty strong. I don't know that Dream can actually hold this position. It seems like he overextended. Cure saves his command center, his 3rd base, and he may end up winning this game because of that play.
Yeah, I think so. That little Marine drop making all the difference in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, and
This
even
is
though, like,
all the hard uphill work from Dream trying to push through there, Cure did it just in the blink of an eye, really, by dropping those Marines over there.
shows 2 very different styles. You know, it's something we talk about a lot with TVT players. Like, some players like to move around with their whole army, do big attacks, people like Dream and Gumiho. Then you have players like TY and Cure who are going to be sitting more defensively but sending out medevacs with smaller amounts of units. Gives a bit of flexibility, less kill potential, but this time, the opposite.
Okay, another attack is coming out here.
Yeah, gets in, takes out that sensor tower very quickly. Good enough, get out of here.
Another scan down there. I mean, Dream is relocated. He's definitely on his back foot, that's for sure. 2-2's about to finish for him as well. You can see Cure comes in once more to see if he can get another command center that's over here. Takes out the refinery in that moment.
Yeah, Cure, I like the way he's playing this right now. How he has the groups on either side, just kind of ready to try to pick things off. Dream, though, moving forward.
Yep, nice fight back here. 2-2 now
Ooh.
done here for Cure.
Bad pathing there from Cure. Pretty close game overall right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty dramatic. So, look, Dream has gotten his third base up again. I mean, I think Cure did a pretty good job, and he's slightly ahead here, but let's see. There's going to be another attack coming out here. By the way, Cure is also taking his fourth base at 6 o'clock.
And Dream walking around some Marine medevac. See
Right.
if he can find some damage.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, just fanning out a little bit.
It's funny because you could see Cure is sort of like the mobile harassing player trying to kind of pop in and out at different areas where Dream likes to push.
Yeah.
Dream wants to have all of his stuff working together. He likes that symbiosis. He likes getting a position and then kind of crunching through it. But I think the guerrilla tactics here for Cure clearly have paid off.
This game they definitely have, although we have seen Dream win some games through those frontal pushes. It's kind of why StarCraft's so great. You can really express yourself with it, right?
Right.
Like big stim port. No, he's not going to find anything
Yeah,
there.
that's funny. Some of them just end up targeting on the refinery. You actually have to pull away. You're going to be dead from siege tank shots before much else can happen.
CC floating down to a fourth base from the main. So recycling that command center. Oh, Dream a little bit out of position there.
All right, Cure fighting back. Is he going to get these tanks?
Yeah, I think
Gets
he
all the
might.
Marines. He's going to keep going.
Ooh, a little bit sloppy there.
Oh my God, there's just not enough infantry here for Dream.
Yeah, it seems like he barely pulls back defensively enough that Kira doesn't want to try to bust that.
Yeah, and so the fourth base gets up here for Dream. Both players kind of going tit for tat here. Dream slightly down in supply, but I would say that he doesn't really have an extremely weak position on the board here that we have to worry about.
Yeah, I think it's still pretty close. You see that Kira is actually adding a lot of extra turrets and starports. So it looks like he wants to get into the air domination, which is so important. But another starport's on the way for Dream. We'll see what he can do to try to maintain having a strong Viking count.
Okay, pushing out. Big attack coming up over here. It doesn't seem like he can quite get into the area that he needs to, though. Kira, that is. And I think the superior Viking count is going to drive this away pretty heavily. With the Liberators here and everything else covering it, I think this is a big misplay here by Kira. Even firing now at those medevacs here.
Yeah, they actually, right now, have the same amount of Vikings, but maybe there was more up in the battle there for Dream. So Kira being pushed back a little bit with these Liberators. He should be able to continue to push him back. Look at the tank count, though. I think this is the most important thing in this game.
Yeah, 15 tanks for Cure.
Only 5 for Dream.
Now, that being said, you can get in a situation where a bunch of Marines can spring an attack on some tanks, and then they end up killing off 15 tanks.
Totally.
You know?
Or sometimes, and I think even more likely, what if Dream like finds a way around everything and hits an expansion?
Yeah, that's very true. The tank really is a glass cannon in TVT, you know? When you get late enough into the game. All right, he's going to unsiege. He's going to come down here and it looks like take the 3 o'clock spot and maybe even attack the bottom right. I don't know if Dream actually knows the bottom right base has been taken or not.
Yeah, I don't think he does. If he knew, he would definitely send a medevac down there.
Yeah.
You know, when command centers are being built on location like that, it's so easy to deny them.
Okay, so he's going to send a small force of Marines down here. They're going to stem. They're going to come in. And it looks like the planetary is actually about to finish there.
Doesn't want
And
to
I
get
think
stuck, so he's actually stimming and running back to his main army.
Okay, here we go. The Marines are going to dive in here like this. This is so many tanks. You cannot have anything on the ground over in that area. Oh, my God. He's got so many Vikings.
Yeah.
This is just too much.
Yeah, he's up by 2 Vikings right now. We do have a Raven still in there. I'd love to see him maybe use an armor shred.
Yeah, that would actually... Is he going to do it? There it is.
A little bit late on it, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he should have done that much sooner.
Not sure that that made enough of a difference.
Okay. So what now? I mean, Cure, he can't break into this, but he is starting to just kind of get more of the map, right? We're going to need to see Dream expand over here towards the upper left. It doesn't seem like there's any way for Terran, or I should say for Dream, to expand to the bottom right.
Oh, definitely
So
not,
there's like
yeah.
only one way this game goes. This can easily be a game where the map is cut in half.
Yeah.
Classic TVT, all the way back into the days of vanilla StarCraft 1.
Yeah, and I think Pillars of Gold specifically it's so easy to look at it and just see where it's cut in half, right? You got that valley that runs through the center that doesn't have any bases in it.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, that's an area no one really fights over, and there's high ground platforms on either side of it. So yeah, this is where the map gets cut.
Okay. Dream a little bit more restricted for the time being here. The tank count now 18 to 12, so much closer. It is Cure in the lead with those tanks, but it doesn't seem like he's able to really get anywhere with this. But again, the larger picture is really that Cure is just up in bases. I guess not, actually. I don't know why I wasn't seeing this correctly. They were even in bases, actually, because Cure never took the center left.
Yeah, that's right.
For some reason, I was deciding that he was up a base here.
Well, it feels like he should be, considering almost the entire game has been like small containment battles on Dream's side.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of expanded in slightly different directions.
Yeah. But this means the two remaining bases that are likely for Cure to try to take are much more pushable.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We don't have any real control or movement over here into the upper left yet. Okay, so now Dream is going to pack it up. He's going to be out on the move here.
Yeah, what's his move now, right? Like, this is kind of a cool thing as well, where like he was definitely a bit behind, but he waited patiently. He got up to a maxed army.
Right.
And suddenly it's max army versus max army, right? So if he can like outmaneuver Cure at this point, this is where he can really come back.
Okay. Right now, map control is going to Cure, though.
Yeah.
He is in the middle. He is roaming. He is looking for some kind of a fight. And we're waiting to see if Dream's going to push out and where exactly he's going to go.
Cure has 2 more Vikings right now, and 1 more Raven. 7 Ravens against 6,
here we
18
go.
against 16.
He's going to go for it. He's going to come in here and take out this base. 3 tanks is 3 easy disables here as Cure just comes in here and takes this one for free.
That is the
In fact,
easiest free base ever.
Yeah, this was just like, you know, totally outpositioned. Even the Vikings sprayed down the command center. Damn, and the thing is, that was not a trade at all. I mean, Cure just got that, he killed it, and he just leaves
He lost
again.
like nothing killing that off. That was beautifully done.
Yeah,
A little bit of mana. That's about it.
very graceful play there by Cure.
These guys building turrets in front of their siege tanks when it's siege tanks against siege tanks is actually bothering me, Tasis. I just need to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your opponent can just hit those with his tanks.
Is he going to try to push in again? So now we've got Dream moving into that upper left corner. If he just keeps these turrets and tanks here, there's not going to be a base that he can take back there. So basically, Dream was trying to move out, and as he was about to move out, Cure identified that, disabled the only tanks that were there, got in there, killed the base for free, for nothing. So, I mean, this is really Cure in a very winnable position from here.
By the way, Dream is now going BC, which is really interesting because Vikings actually counter him and so do Ravens. But that doesn't mean that they're worthless, right? Like, Yamato's very powerful, jumps are powerful. You can kind of send them down to kill a base and then jump them back. You can utilize your scans to see any counters to BCs coming in.
Right.
It'd be cool to see how he uses these. Because I think this is, like, it has to work for Dream, basically, because Cure still seems to be in the lead, even though we're both maxed and everything.
Oh my God!
That was
insane
sick.
armor shred there.
Yeah. A couple auto
Well,
turrets saving him.
I think that we're gonna see Dream slowly get squeezed out of this game. We're gonna be in game 3. I mean, Dream has not reclaimed the center right. He cannot mine from this lower base, and Cure actually has all the bases he needs. He's played a very successful TVT this time around. He disables again. He's always able to find these soft spots. Yeah, and he could just shell down these disabled tanks, keeping his tank count ahead.
It's, by the way, more turrets and Vikings coming out for Cure now that he sees that BCs are on the menu. So just kind of countering those BCs really heavily. I imagine the turrets are just going up at the fringe bases that you would expect the BCs to come over to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look at this. Just a bunch of turrets here. So annoying. He's going to pull back that BC and repair pretty soon.
All right, this BC is getting low, jumps away. But I mean, he's buying time. There's no CC here yet.
And repair is really cheap, so
yeah.
It's like this
What
is
makes the BC
100%
so good.
worth it. Like these are just gaining value right now.
Now, meanwhile on the map, Cure is I think Cure wants to actually try to commit to the upper left.
Oh, this
Here we
wings
go.
might get splattered.
Armor Shred comes down on both sides.
Oh my god, that air army of Cure looks so massive. 27 against 10. No way he can win that.
Yeah.
Everything's disabled as well. Everything's orange.
I think he's going to be able to crack this base open as well.
For sure.
He's just won the air fight so heavily. Dream drops to 136 supply. And I think that's going to be GG. I think from here we go into game 3. Am I wrong?
Well,
It's not over yet?
No, I think it's very close to over for sure. Like killing that CC is so important, and he didn't retake the 3 o'clock base. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it is over after that.
Yeah, Dream really getting like overpowered here by Cure. Cure kind of answering every movement, every situation perfectly.
Just now getting Yamato. Making a bunch of Vikings as well, but the thing is, I don't think you're going to catch up with the air army of your opponent. You know, there's so many Vikings out for Cure. He's actually adding Thors now as well. Not a lot left over for Dream, not even maxed out. No bank.
Okay, a push coming in here.
Yeah, this might be it.
Yeah, I don't see anything on the ground here that can actually take a fight. It looks like the BCs are going to TP over here into this and just immediately get destroyed by everything else, disabled and killed. Cure saying, get out, GG. Cure wins game 2. Let's go to game 3, the last game of the night.
Right, coming down to the wire. Much better series than that first one between them.
Kind of crazy, man. That was quite the TVT. You know, Dream, it's funny, like he really had a hard time getting anywhere on that map. Cure basically really was in control the entire time. I don't know who takes this third one.
Yeah, no, it could definitely go either way. And it's Nautilus, 4-player map.
That's right.
So that is going to be very, very different. Could be a big game. Can you imagine if they actually split this map?
Oh, it'll be insane if they do. You know, I'm fine with whoever moves on. Both these guys are looking strong. You know, I thought Solar was going to do better. It's actually down to these two Terrans, the Beta Terrans, after our Alpha Terran Maru moved on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's just get this game going, man. I'm excited.
Get started. Hit play. Hit
Hey,
go.
well, I can't do it, Artosis.
Damn.
All I can do is talk into this mic until that game starts.
I'll bring you a keyboard and mouse. All right.
Okay, thank you. Again, GSL Nautilus, our 4-player map. If you follow a lot of StarCraft 2, you know we pretty much only use 2-player maps. We put this one in because we're crazy.
Yeah.
But 4-player maps require different openings. There's different variables in play here, and it's not something we get to talk about that often. Unlikely to have proxies here, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Can happen too.
I'd be pretty surprised.
All right, guys, our game's loaded up. This is the last game of the night. Let's see who is the better Terran player.
2021 GSL Season 1.
We stood at the edge of the world. Seize the stakes. They're living a life like dead by candlelight.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Cure. Good Game Gaming. Dream.
Okay, so we're seeing both players go for barracks and gas. They're both hugging the left side of the map.
Dream with the slightly faster gas, but double gas here for Cure.
And, you know, it's kind of funny being on a 4-player map again finally and talking about this. You know, hidden bases are more of a factor on 4-player maps.
Well,
And they were already pretty good in TVT early on when we actually used 4-player maps in this, and now that it's back. But I just want to point that out. Someone could, like, take the center right, and it might not get detected for a long time.
oh, for sure. If you look at their positions, so they're vertically spawned,
Yeah.
look at the row of bases on the very right side of the map. Those are so far out of the way
Oh, yeah.
that it's laughable. We just don't have any maps that have bases that are anywhere like that.
Right.
Because everything's 2 players, so it's kind of like there's actual flow to it. Here, really, if you just, like, those bases are so far away that expanding there could be a realistic thing to try.
So we've got the CC on the low ground here. No expansion yet here for Cure.
Yeah, he's teching up a little bit quicker. But reasonably quick tech here for Dream as well.
The Reaver is going to spot the SCV. The SCV does spot that there's a command center going down. And I'm very excited to see what kind of you know, game we're going to have here from these two good guys. I'm excited to be back on a 4-player map.
Yeah. Definitely, I think any changes as far as maps go are interesting right now.
Right.
Cool to have 3 new ones on the ladder. Can't wait to see those and cast those as well. Command center starting up here for Cure just before Dreams finishes.
2 more Reapers are coming down.
Oh. Okay. If you kill that right before that finishes, it's the most frustrating thing
Oh,
in the whole world.
absolutely. He does get a kill on that SCV, but he's going to back up. Now the Hellion comes in here.
Yeah, he does have reactor Hellions going though, so he should be fine. Starport a little bit quicker here for Dream.
Okay.
Ooh, a medevac coming too. Maybe a little Hellion drop coming up here.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Still keeping that pressure on him. He's now going to move out onto the map. Is he actually going to back up, though? So this is always one of the funny things about maps like this is rotationally symmetric. So, like, the natural is pointed at, you know, drop areas from Cure, where Cure's main is actually the place that could be vulnerable to drops.
Yeah, that's very true.
Those are 2
really
very
good point.
different types of drops and 2 very different types of vulnerabilities, you know?
Yeah.
Both can end the game pretty quickly, but, you know, I think sometimes if you get a good drop in the main, especially in TVT,
You would definitely consider this to be favored for Dream.
I would
positionally
agree,
speaking.
yeah. Doesn't mean that he's, you know, can't win, but yeah.
Right, Cyclone helping out. He's already killed 1 of those, but a lot of SCVs starting to fall.
Yeah, he got 5 so far. Ends up taking out everything else along with that. Not bad at all.
This 1 Reaper came in as well, trying to be a hero.
Does
gonna
not
quite
get
do
that
it.
SCV kill, unfortunately. And now the counterattack here from Cure. Now that
That's
was a
gonna be
medevac.
scary.
Yeah, that's you know, a medevac and the Hellions, but you know, there was nothing lost from Cure in that fight. I mean, those were all just targeting workers, and this is a real threat. I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to win for sure, but I would be a little bit worried if I were Dream right now. I think that bunker about halfway done. Here comes a Raven here as well. There's a lot of tools at Cure's disposal. This is going to be a tough one.
Oh boy, yeah. Once he sees what's in there, like a tank disable can be very strong here.
Yeah. Good for him that he actually gets that bunker done in time. Here we go. Disable on the tank as it's turning to fire its turret.
Yeah, the tank siege is up. Targets his opponent's siege tank here. No repairing going down at all.
Yeah, he does get the kill on the tank, although his attack overall was kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
It seems like he thought he would kill both the bunker and the tank, and now this is going to seesaw in the other way.
Yeah, it really is, especially when you look at the workers. We have a 9-worker advantage here for Dream.
Yeah, Dream looking pretty strong so far here. Kind of an odd attack, though, from Pure. It kind of shows you why Maru can do this stuff and make it look easy and handle it perfectly, and nobody else can. You know?
Yeah.
So he's backed up. He's regrouping over here now.
Dream going to try to build on that lead. He's actually making his 3rd command center. It's almost done. Very, very strong right now. Cure starts his 3rd on location. Definitely something I think he needs to do. He needs to take a few little risks here, build back this game.
Huh. Okay, so there's the double Raven there for Dream. He's built this up. I don't know about that attack back there. That was so strange. I think once the bunker finished, you probably are not going to ever succeed in an attack in that way, right?
Like
he had SCVs to repair.
You can pick off some tech units, maybe a few SCVs, but you're right. Like the bunker itself is very difficult to break.
It does. It really act as a deterrent, and he had SCVs ready to repair it, so it's kind of odd just to see a move like that. There's a 3rd base being taken here at 12 o'clock as Dream is slowly taking the base adjacent to his main. Does seem like you definitely don't want to be going onto the low ground of this middle area too quickly here.
No. I actually really kind of like this center of the map, the way that that's set up.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, right? Because it like makes the rush distance cross map a little bit better.
Yeah. You're not too far away.
Yeah, even though like geographically you're pretty far away, it kind of speeds it up a little bit.
Things can get there more quickly. Cure continuing to try to control that watchtower there in the middle. And it seems like Dream is going to try to come out here and have a fight again. Cure's hanging back.
I think Cure has enough, though, that
I think
you're
right.
I don't really get anything done.
I don't think he gets in there, yeah.
No, I don't think so. Like, his army's definitely not bad. Oh, is he just going to try it? Throwing down auto turrets.
Whoa,
All right, mass auto
actually,
turret.
that's one way to do it. But at the same time, Cure just kind of tears it apart.
Yeah.
Now he's even going to lose these Vikings if he's not careful.
I don't even understand what we were doing right there.
It was an odd moment, right?
Yeah. Dream definitely...
Dream just hemorrhaging Marines and tanks and everything else.
Yeah, he threw a huge... Like, their armies were really similar.
Yeah.
And he just went for it.
Yeah, I think it was one of those impulsive moves. I mean, you know, StarCraft 2 moves so fast that, you know, he might have just tried to spam it out and it just didn't work in his favor. He's back home now. He's regrouping. Cure's looking pretty comfortable, although Cure doesn't seem to want to push out either here.
Yeah, Cure getting back. Let's get a little bit more ahead here. He's pretty much caught up as far as the workers go. Still is down in that supply a little bit. I actually want to see the exact tank counts, though, because I think that's where Cure has a nice advantage. He's got the better tech units overall. Like, you can even see with Dream, right? He's making medevacs right now, so he's going to try to get a little bit more mobile. Where Cure, you know, he had maybe a little bit of a rough start. But this Viking and tank count, as long as he's kind of keeping tabs on things and you see the Sentry Towers going up, I think he's going to be in good shape.
So, it's kind of funny. Let's pretend that this map is cut in half.
Okay.
This would be an insane TVT with that middle area. I hadn't really thought about it with the speed ups and stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like anybody would want to be...
That would be a hard place to attack through it all.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult. It's so weird casting a 4-player map again, by the way. So it seems like now Cure wants to move out again. Both these guys have had some kind of rough attacks where things are... hold up. Now, this is what we were talking about earlier. The main can be dropped, and that's because, you know, just the way that this map is rotationally symmetrical. Okay, he does take out one medevac that had some tanks and Marines in it, I think.
It's kind of a big deal. Does disable this one tank, but he's missing a lot of the Marines that he wanted to bring.
Yeah.
Does have a big amount of Vikings here, though, against none. Maybe it's time to land.
Oh, now there's an attack over here.
Yeah, it looks like Kier will clear everything in the main base.
Yeah, but now there's this infantry over here doing a lot of damage. He can get a denial on that base. Can he actually rush over to 12?
Yeah, that would be
Does
big
he
if
not
could
know
kill
about
one
12
more.
o'clock? Does he not know about that?
It looks like it.
Yeah, he's like, well, I mean, there's a sensor tower that you can see there. So,
yeah,
like, he
yeah.
has to know there's something there.
Yeah. It'd be very weird otherwise.
But I think we're going to see another attack with some of the same ideas here. Medevac's gathering up, picking up everything, and probably dropping again. He might want to wait for this scan to finish.
It looks like Kier wants to get in and do an attack towards his base, so maybe it's time to sit defensively. Can't let him in there. 4 base against 3 right now. Kier is rebuilding though.
Okay, he picks up another big drop coming here towards the main. This is a real vulnerability here for Kier right now. And in fact, Kier's going to try to commit here in the middle. I don't know if this is a wise decision. Seems like it actually is. He's going to be able to push these tanks away. But keep in mind, I'm sorry, where did the drop go?
He brought it back and unloaded it.
Oh,
when that
okay.
attack came.
I was like, I was doing my play-by-play, and then I look at the main. I'm like, I
Yeah.
was going to say that there's a bunch of Marines there, but okay.
Right here now, trying to help him hold, but he did lose a bunch of tanks. Another tank coming down.
Okay, another pickup here. He's going to be a little bit soft over here at his fourth base, but if he can get into the main again and disrupt the production, it's going to be huge. There's that same damage tank from before. If only he had dropped right on top of that.
Well, pulls mostly out of range. Actually, still taking a few tank shots here, unfortunately.
Dude, this
That
tank
tank
is
worth
like
its weight in gold.
legend right now. Kier's going to keep pushing here, but another drop here in the main. Big play here for Dream.
Yeah, he's giving up this
Oh,
expansion
my
for
God.
that and a lot of his SCVs.
The rallies, it's brutal. Now he can destroy the factory, all the barracks, but does he actually have enough to stop this push?
Oh, he might not. It is a crazy base trade right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he has these tanks over the
Oh,
side. So
clutch.
the main won't be broken, but he can lose his natural. He can lose his third. This is turning into an insane game right now.
Yeah. Another fight over here. He can actually get on top of the ramp, maybe even kill off the tank here. Yeah, look at this. Dream is just still going.
Yeah, there's like no production left here.
Okay, so the thing is, like, all the bases are gone right now. Expansions are gone for Dream, but Dream has money, and you know, he can always expand again after this is all done.
The production is like 1 barracks for Kier.
Yeah.
So he has to win basically with what he has.
I think Dream's got this.
I think so.
I can't believe he hasn't attacked over in that 12 o'clock base there yet. He's going to go back home.
Oh, we just showed there's 3 medevacs not being used for Kier, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, he would really need those. Okay, here they come.
Yeah, he even tries to go after that one weaker medevac. Ah, doesn't quite get it.
Okay, he does have the tanks.
Nah, Dream's got this.
Well, yeah, I think you're right, but Dream, like he doesn't really have an expansion right now. All right, he's gonna come in, clear this out. He's gonna get away with some of the medevacs and Marines though.
Okay,
That's
this is going to be
scary
the
army.
killing blow. This is too much. Dream is going to go on to the round of 8. And Kier, it's just not his day, man. Had too many questionable games, too many questionable build order decisions here. Because there is nothing that Kier can do to really stop this.
Now, is Planetary gonna be under siege? Trying to siege up his tanks here.
Yeah, just sieging him up. I think
But, yeah,
one
that
tank might be in
positioning.
range of the Planetary. We'll see.
This positioning is just so strong from Dream. Now
Yeah.
gonna move the rest of his Marines elsewhere to the new production. That's
And
gonna
this
be
was,
that.
yeah, the
Kier's
only
gonna
hope.
have a GG.
GG. Dream moves on. Nice.
Yeah. Dream up to the round of 8. Kier unfortunately not going to make it, along with Solar. And a couple Terrans advance tonight.
Very cool. Congratulations to Dream. I mean, I feel for Kier. That was rough, man. I mean, I'll tell you, we mentioned it earlier, but the drop in the main, you lose all the infrastructure. It's very bad as a Terran player.
Yeah.
Bad in TVT, bad in every matchup, though, really.
Yeah, getting on top of the production of Terran is one of the easiest and most foolproof ways to beat a Terran player.
Exactly. So now we're going to have an interview here with Dream, see how he's feeling. Kind of exciting. He's one of the guys that gets out. This was a group that also had Kieran Solar. Of course, Maru is our first survivor of the night. Let's go.
What an intense TVT that was, but in the end, it is Dream coming out on top. So you acquire 2 victories against the same opponent. Congratulations. Thank you. And Dream, you beat Cure twice today to move on to the round of 8. How do you feel? When the final match, I ran out of builds, so everything was impromptu. And you know, everything was just like, I had the advantage, and then next minute I had the disadvantage. And it was really neck and neck. So Dream, how can you use the 2 barracks proxy against the same opponent 3 times? Well, that was my concept today. Well, my ladder point is low and my practice hasn't been all that good. And you know, today overall there were lots of lags in the computers. Well, in the last game, the opponent started really poor. But Dream, you went for the Reaper double barracks. So what was that about? Well, for the last game, you know, I opted for the macro. And I knew that I had the advantage by going for the Reaper at the start. But you know, I try to grab my mentality as much as possible until the end. And in the match against Maru, that was quite disappointing for you. And you called Maru as a special with a higher APM. And you know, Maru, in Pillars of Gold, you know, I got some advice from TY, actually Oxide. And despite getting some advices from TY, I made some triple mistakes, and then I ended up losing that game against Maru. And I had to talk with Maru after, and I honestly don't know what I'm talking about right now. That's what Dream's saying. So, Dream, you're back in the round of 8 after 2 seasons. So you'll be playing against Bunny, the first place of Group A. So what do you think about the matchup? Well, I'm confident for sure. Since I beat Cure, and you know, Bunny is a very strong player, but I think I'm gonna win in the end. Well, very good confidence, Dream. So Dream, before you go, anything you want to say before you move into round of 8? Well, I'm very grateful to GGG, my team. And in the round of 8, I'll try to make thorough preparation and try to deliver a great performance. Once again, congratulations, Dream. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Andy. Quite a night, Artosis.
Yeah, it was. I think by far the best of the night was Maru vs. Solar.
Yeah.
That was a great series.
That was a fantastic series. And so here's what the round of 8 is at right now. So we got Bunny and Dream and Hurricane and Maru.
Yeah, 3 Terrans and a Protoss so far. Perfectly balanced. Thank you, David Kim. Yeah, we'll see what we can fill this out with. Solar is out, though. That's one less Zerg.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Again, GSL Code-S is always on Monday and Thursday now. We've had to permanently move the dates. If you enjoyed our casting here and you want to see us again, we're casting Valorant tomorrow.
Yes, that's right.
At the other studio. So feel free to stop by and hang out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be back, of course, on Monday. We're going to have Rogue, Zhaun, Innovation, and Dark.
For me, this is the best group in this round.
Yeah.
I think this is a fantastic one. Like, Zhaun is kind of the odd man out, but he's like really good. I really like his play. It's very interesting.
He's
I think
new and he's exciting, and he's got his own approach.
He has potential to make it out of this group, and those are 3 of the biggest badasses of all time. So that's saying something, right? And I would be surprised if we don't get at least one Zerg out of this group, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start to balance that round of 8 out a little bit.
Protoss is not doing that well right now.
Yeah, just Hurricane.
Just
Well,
Hurricane.
tonight had no Protosses, so no Protosses.
Even worse.
Yeah. Even worse.
Even worse. Where are the Protosses?
Yeah. They'll be coming. Don't worry.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have much else to say now.
No,
I
I
think
don't know.
we're going to be on camera for a little bit longer here because TY is stepping down. Is he?
Yeah. So basically, TY came in as the commentator for the Korean stream as
Right.
JYP had to go to the military. Now, TY will be going to the military this year. We don't know the exact date as of yet, so he's still playing professionally. Obviously, he got knocked out really early when we expect him to basically get to round of 4 at least.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate, but he is stepping down from commentary, wanting to take some time off before he has to go away to the military, which takes right now about a year and a half, right? I think it got down a little bit now.
I think you're right.
I think it's like now a year and
I think
2
it's like
months
a year
or 4
and
months.
Oh, is it that low? Okay, I thought it was like a year and 7 or 8.
Oh, no. I think it went down like a couple years ago to a year and a half.
Good. I mean, the shorter the better for him. Let's get him back here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm
Playing more StarCraft for us and casting.
I mean, this is all he's ever really known, right? So I'm sure he'll be back. But the thing is, I think he'll be in GSL next season. I think he'll be in Super Tournament. But anyways, all this being said, JYP is coming back to be a caster, which is
We got our
cool to
boy
see.
back.
Yeah.
JYP. It feels like he's been gone forever, actually.
Yeah, it feels
Normally,
like
I would
it
say
was a
something
long
like,
time.
oh, it wasn't that long ago. And I'm like, no, I haven't seen that guy in a while.
I see him sometimes because he drops by.
Well, he comes by to say hi, but that doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Yeah. He's always like,
He
hi,
hasn't been
Dad."
here working with us.
Like, hi, JYP.
But yeah, and so we're wishing TY the best of luck, and I think it's great. He's taking some time off so he can actually rest and relax, and before he gets his ass kicked in the military,
Yeah.
and then he'll be back, hopefully hitting it twice as hard
Yeah.
here in GSL.
Well, I guess if he's taking some time off GSL, he'll have a bit more time to practice as well. So we'll see
Right.
if he can do a bit better in the up-and-coming Super Tournament, because obviously he's kind of like for the last almost a year, he's been the strongest player in Korea. And then this season sucks for him, but
Yeah, this is a kind of a weird way to end, but what are you going to do?
yeah.
But he's
Expecting to
probably
win his
got
group,
other
he
affairs
dies.
he's trying to get sorted out and everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
I remember before I went to the military, I took some time off too, and it was
Yeah,
like really
Me too,
helpful.
for my service protecting us from North Korea.
yeah.
But guys, yeah, we're just gonna be riffing here for a little bit because TY is saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Not much else to say, Artosis. Let me take a more relaxed
No.
pose like what you're
Yeah, I know. You got to just lean back and enjoy. This has been a very, very long night. Thank you guys for joining us. One thing to mention, we filmed the first ASL.
That's
day,
right.
And we
We're
have
getting that
more on the
edited,
way. Yeah, that'll be
but
up relatively soon.
The ASL VODs are going to be dropping soon on the official Freakin' TV YouTube.
yes.
So thank you guys. If you want to go to the Patreon, patreon.com/ASL English. And yeah, we're going to start doling out these ASLs.
yeah, it's so exciting. Very
I
happy
managed
about
to do
that.
it spoiler free.
Yeah, completely spoiler
Very
free.
cool. Very, very happy about that.
Hope you
And
guys
now that
enjoy.
we're getting the first one, we did the recording. We're getting it edited and everything. I think it's going to be a lot easier to just kind of
yeah,
do
they'll
the
be
other
coming
ones. The
out
first one's
more
always the
quickly.
trickiest, right?
It
It's
is
like the
by
first
far.
day we ever did this show, like 11 years ago. It's like that was probably the hardest day.
Yes,
Right.
probably.
Because then you get the hang of it. You have the rhythm. You kind of know what to expect, and then you have a system in place. So,
Exactly.
yeah, be ready for that.
Yes, that'll be coming.
Artosis has been streaming a lot every day. I've hurt my shoulder lifting
You and
some
Flash
weights.
both.
Yeah.
Is
me and,
Tasteless Flash? I've never seen them together.
It's a good question. It's not one that I can answer. But, yeah, so my shoulder's been hurting. I haven't been able to stream or play any games. Sorry about that, guys. But I got to wait. I got to heal up, come back, be a strong, healthy
Is
gamer.
it your right shoulder? That's too bad. I'm
I
sorry.
heard it in college, like some guy who was like super ripped, probably roided out. I didn't know better then. He's like, I asked him to help me learn about lifting weights, and he gave me way too much. And something popped in my shoulder, and then I got to be careful.
Damn.
So I did a little bit of weightlifting. I'm like, that kind of hurts. And so I went to a doctor, and he's like, just take a little break,
Yeah.
then I'll be back.
Well, I hope to have you back on the ladder soon, Tasteless. There's not enough cheesy Protosses on there right now.
Don't worry. I'm sure there's my cheesy Protoss brethren are holding it down.
Yeah, they are.
Ruining the experience
for
for Terrans who just want to play straight up games.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Um,
And yeah, so I mean, we're halfway through the round of 16. We have Valorant tomorrow. You mentioned
Valorant. I'll be doing.
That'll be fun.
There's PUBG casting. I don't think the dates have been announced, but that's going to be coming up. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We never are forced to talk for this long. You would think that it would eventually would have had a system where we could close it, but apparently we can't.
Piggy
Backed
broadcast.
Broadcast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just the way of things. I'm used to it.
I've come to accept it.
Yeah. I know that I'm just a tumor upon those brave Korean casters.
We are but the fish on the gills of the shark.
They want to get us
They're the
removed, but they can't quite do it.
They can't do it. Yeah, it's too hard. We're
Yeah.
too hard to truly get rid of. StarCraft, man.
StarCraft.
Woo!
It's a fun game. So,
We are not catching the train home tonight.
it's
This is going to be.
I'm
going to
catch it, but it's like late.
no. The way
It's getting
my they start taking the trains off the track right before I start to get actually close to my place. So if I take the train, I will then. Oh, we can wrap up. Maybe we'll still catch the train. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. And we will see you tomorrow for Valorant if you're going to watch that. If not, we will see you on Monday for the GSL Code S. Bye-bye.